All right. Hello, everyone. Just making sure everything's on there right. Okay. Nice to see everyone. Oh, no, I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle that light in my eyes today. Nonstop. Okay. Whatever. Let me know if you can hear me. I know there's a little delay in the chat, so I'm just waiting for a second. Make sure everyone can hear what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Hi there, Dennis. Nice to see so many people already here. Hello, Alexis, Miss Liz. Nice to see you. Greg, nice to see you here. Joanna, my beloved. April, nice to see you. Let's see. Yeah, loud and clear. Sweet. Okay. So, okay. So right away, oh, hi, Jared. Nice to see you here too. So right away, I just want to share a few things before I get into what I'm going to talk about, and then onto the tarot readings, which I'm going to do a few of them here today. So I'm probably not for every single person, but I plan on doing for a couple people until my body basically says like no more. So, but I just wanted to ask everyone if you could real quick take a second to like, share, and subscribe if you're not already. And I just wanted to let everyone know that I actually have an upcoming interview that is going to be on Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern on the channel. Oh, I wrote it down. Flying Chariots The Rise. So I'm going to be popping over there on Monday if anyone wants to come and hang out. And I guess we're going to be talking about alien experiences and fun stuff like that. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. Also a little bit nervous though, interviews are a little bit different style. So you have to really make sure you have a back and forth flow that's able to go. That sometimes is a little bit tricky. I don't know. Sometimes I have a little bit of a hard time. That's why I like doing my own YouTubes here, because I mean, yeah, you guys are talking to me back in there, but it's like it's not we're talking over each other type of thing. So yeah, hi guys. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to mention real quick, just briefly, continuing on from last week's stream, which if you haven't watched it, please go check it out because it was one of my favorite ones that I've done. And we were talking about the visits from the giant hawk that I was getting. And, I had one more encounter recently with the giant hawk. They came to see me again. They didn't come to my house this time, though, directly. I was telling my son David about it, my oldest son. He's 24. And I was telling him about my experience. And he was like, man, I wish I could have a hawk experience like that, And I told him, I just given him some tips about it. So I'd totally forgotten that this is what I used to do too when I used to go out driving. Now I just kind of let it happen naturally, but this used to work really a lot for me. So I gave him this advice and I'm giving it to you guys too. If you want, what I do personally is if I want to come in contact with a being, a large bird being like that, or even just smaller bird beings, because I like to interact with the crows a lot too. Crows are my favorite, crows and ravens, dark birds. I like because I even like the vultures. Honestly, they're kind of pretty too to me. But anyway, so the hawks, I just go into my heart, okay? And I just, before I go out somewhere in my car, go driving or whatever, I just tell them, hey guys, I put out the call. Okay, I'm talking to all the hawks. If any of you are in the area and you want to come see me, I'll be driving on the road in, whatever time I'm going to be driving around. So if you're around me, pop up and say hi to me. And a lot of times that would really work. I would often see hawks for a long time. I would see hawks when I would travel out of the house more. I would see hawks on a regular basis. So this time I decided after I told my son that, I was like, I'm gonna try that again. So I put out the call. I'm like, I'm gonna be popping out, guys. If you're out there, giant hawk, you want to come see me again. And sure enough, when I got to the first red light that I was sitting at, there was a hawk and he was in the distance and he was flying. Actually, he was going this way. Okay. And I was like, oh my God, there he is. And the second I took notice of him, he changed directions and he started coming at my car. And to the point where he swooped around and then he was coming directly towards my car. And I was like, oh my God, is this hawk really coming straight at my car? It kind of, I don't know, it didn't really frighten me, but it was kind of like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this hawk is really coming this directly towards me. And just as he got to where, he would have to dip down to come see me, he like swung to the side. And it was like he was just saying hi. So I just thought that was really cute. Another little hawk synchronicity there. Okay, so I actually woke up hearing a song today and continue on with I'm still in the middle of making my creation spread. Yeah, I love the hawk too. I love him too. So one day he's going to leave me a feather. I don't know if it's a female or a male, but one day I'm just asking that they leave me a feather. So like I always try to tell people, pay attention to the songs that get stuck in your mind. Pay attention to the songs that you first wake up hearing in the morning. Okay. Well, I woke up hearing a song because, I had been having some questions to my guys, kind of been reflecting on some of the Moana stuff that has been going on for me lately in the middle of this creation spread that I'm making for the upcoming Journey to Truth conference. Okay, so Moana is like one of one of the movies that's adding its energy, okay, into this. And if you remember, my favorite song is I Am Moana. So I realized that my character, is Moana. So when I woke up this morning, I was actually hearing another song from the movie that actually I don't like. It's not something I listen to very often. It's just one of those songs you just don't, it's not one of your favorites. So you don't really listen to it that much. But they kept repeating this and it got me thinking because I kept asking them, based on the I Am Moana song, am I like from a tribal planet? Like I kept thinking, am I basically maybe is there an aspect of me that is one of these Zulu warrior type extraterrestrials that are big into dancing and stuff like that and using the body to travel? Anyway, so this is what I was asking myself. And I thought maybe that is who they're talking about. When I woke up, I kept hearing they kind of mashed up a few of the verses together, but I'm just going to say it to you. It was saying, we are explorers reading every sign. We tell our stories of our elders in a never-ending chain. It kept saying this, away, away. We keep our island in our mind. And when it's time to go home, we know the way. And they just it's been on my head like nonstop all day. So it got me when I feel into that though. When I feel into that verse in that song, I get the feeling that they're telling me that I know what I'm doing here. I know why I came here. Because my most important dream told me that I was a warrior adventurer, and the characters from other movies that it reminded me of was Ruby Roundhouse from Jumanji, which is someone who uses dancing to fight. Okay, and I'm a dancer. Okay, so this is how I find out things about myself and where I come from. And so I really do feel like they're here with me. My ancestors are here with me, and they're reminding me that, I know the way back home. When everything is over, when the mission is done, I know the way. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. So the overall theme here of what I'm going to be talking about is picking your characters, picking your archetypes, basically, because it's something that I do with my kids, even on a regular basis. When we watch movies or shows together, we always pick our characters. Who are you going to be? As we're watching it, it makes the movie or the show, it makes it more meaningful. Like you take away the things that you relate to about that character, and it tells you about yourself. And that's the overall thing that I want to be talking about, to try and help people realize that if they want to know who they are, they need to pay attention to what they are really drawn to, because not everyone likes the same things. And it's the most exciting journey that I think, it's the most fulfilling journey, is the journey of self-discovery. It's the thing that, if we all want to be loved and accepted by people, then the way that we can do that authentically is to let people know who we really are. I've said this before, that I realize that people, if you can't share with people who you are, how is it ever possible for them to really love who you are? And how can you do that if you don't even know who you are? So it's all about finding out who you are. Okay. The movies and the shows that you're attracted to tell you about yourself. The places, the time periods, these tell you about yourself. Okay. So I have this example. I have a couple different things before we get to the adventure thing. Adventure Time actually is going to be the second thing. First, we're going to talk about this though. So I had this experience once, and this was back in my early 20s, honestly. And it's just an example of how powerful the heart call is. Okay, because I realized that that's another theme that was from my favorite song of Moana, which is the call isn't the call isn't outside of you, it's inside of you. Okay, it's your heart. Your heart is like a beacon, and when it is moved by feelings and emotions, it calls forth an experience. Okay, so I have 6 kids. If any of you guys didn't realize that yet, most people know I have a lot of children. And so we watch a lot of kids movies is what I end up having to watch, because you've got to entertain them, and hopefully it'll be entertaining to me too. Well, one of the movies that I was watching at that time was WALL-E. My son Joshua had like an obsession with WALL-E. And so one of the scenes, I'd watched it quite a few times, but sometimes different scenes move you at different points. Okay. So I was watching this scene, and it was the part where he has a little cockroach and he's on Earth, and the cockroach likes to like crawl up his leg and like crawl through his suit and then pop on his shoulder, and you could see that the relationship that WALL-E had built with this cockroach was like super cute. Okay. It was super beautiful. It moved me at the time because you could see they cared about each other. It was like, oh my God, he made friends with a cockroach. Like, that is so adorable. And I felt it because at that time my heart had just my soul, I'd been reborn. I just found God. Okay. And I felt it in my heart. I recognize it more now, but I can look back now and see that that's what was happening, is that I was so moved by this relationship of friendship that I thought, oh my gosh, that is so adorable. And I said to my guys, I said, that doesn't mean though that I want some bug to be crawling up my leg like that, to pop on my shoulder. I don't want that to happen, because I had already seen the pattern of the things that I think about starting to happen. And again, this is why this is just personally for me. I don't know. I'm sure other people, someone's got to be out there experiencing some kind of similar level of what happens when their heart gets moved and then boom. I guess it's just a matter of recognizing the pattern. So anyway, to get back to the story, within a couple days, I'm sitting on my couch and I start to feel a tickle on my leg. I thought maybe something had hit my leg. I was wearing jeans, some tight jeans at the time. And suddenly I realized, okay, like something is moving in my leg. And I pulled my pants up, and sure enough, it was a little tiny beetle, cockroach looking beetle. I like ripped my pants off and I screamed, and I was just like, I told you guys, like, I did not really, just because I was moved by that doesn't mean that you needed to bring me that experience. So you have to pay attention to what it is that your heart is moved by, because this is what I'm thinking now. Okay. Like, what about the things that it's moved by that are bad experiences? What about those things that, like, are those putting out calls too, to experience that? I don't know. I'm not sure. Most likely. No, I'm going to say, yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. I don't have any, I pay more attention to the good ones though than the bad ones. So I'd really have to stop and think, because I hadn't really even posed that question to myself that much until this moment right now. So I'm definitely going to do some thinking about that later on. And who knows, maybe I'll find some. Okay, so really start asking yourself what your favorite songs are, what your favorite movies are, what your favorite places are. These are things that you're going to be able to tell you about yourself that you can share with other people. All right, but so anyway, to get to the point of what I have this whole live stream titled, and we're going to talk about now, is some of my favorite Adventure Time characters. Because the thing is, I really think that people don't just create stuff on their own. I think that the imagination, the things that people pull from are based on real beings or real stories, just like how they give us so much of the true history or the truth about technology and all those types of things through movies and disclosure. They do the same thing through shows. Okay, they do, especially through Adventure Time. I'm like literally obsessed with this show. I watch it so much because like even rewatching episodes will teach you something new all the time. And even though was supposedly made for kids, there's so many things. There's no way that the creator of this doesn't have esoteric knowledge. There's just no way. So the story I'm going to talk about today is when me and my children were picking out our Adventure Time characters. Okay, and this was way back when. This was before I knew that, my purpose was to make dreams come true, supposedly as the Blue Fairy, right? And so we were picking, it was just me and my 3 younger children at the time. My older sons were somewhere else. And I was telling my children that my Adventure Time character, at least one of them, was going to be the Cosmic Owl. Okay, and that is why I actually brought my owl friend out here with me this time. This is Doctor Who. But we also used to call him Gunter. Okay, so it's just kind of funny that I said I was the Cosmic Owl. We named my owl an Adventure Time character. My kids, they always come up with funny names there, the simple ones. So anyway, I was saying I was going to be the Cosmic Owl. Okay, and we said to, and we were picking out everyone's characters, and we said my oldest son David, that his character would be Prismo. Okay, now Prismo is like a shadow, basically. He's like a conscious shadow. Lives, I'm going to get more into the details of him real quick, because basically I want to describe how he looks real quick to get to the point of what happened to my son after I said this. So we're all like, oh my God, yeah, David is totally Prismo, and he happened to be sleeping at the time. So when he woke up a couple hours later, he came running to me because he said he just had the weirdest experience ever, that he had just was like in between that waking and dream state. He felt like that he was awake. He was looking around in his room, and there were a bunch of tall shadows like up against, he said they were like up against the wall. Now if you watch and you go take it and you just type in Prismo, okay, you'll see that he literally is a shadow that lays across the wall. All right, and he said that he woke up surrounded by these shadow beings that were up against the wall, that were like, they weren't like solid looking form, they were just shadows. And I thought, oh my God, that is so crazy, because we literally just said that you were Prismo. I felt like this was like a confirmation at the time, that there was something there was something to this. So let me just tell you what these characters are, and how you can draw things about yourself from them. Okay, so the Cosmic Owl. The Cosmic Owl is responsible for premonition dreams in the show. He lives in a motel that's made of stars. In his 1-bedroom home, he has a crystal beacon that alerts him by spitting out a golden coin, and it tells him where he needs to go in the multiverse to make this dream come true, because it opens a portal. He gets a map out, okay, and he puts the coin in, and then a universe or dimension pops up on the screen, and it creates a portal, and he flies into this portal. And when the person in that dream sees him, that tells them that that dream is going to come true. So that would be absolutely why I would relate to the Cosmic Owl as my Adventure Time character, because I literally have any dream that I remember at this point in my life. Any dream that I remember, I will find some way, somehow, some shape, some form the next day, every single time. So with Prismo, okay, these are like cosmic being characters, basically. Okay, Prismo was actually called the Almighty Wishmaster. Prismo the Almighty, they refer to him as, and he's a wishmaster. Okay, the thing is that his wishes kind of work like you have to be very, very specific, which is funny because that's exactly what I have to do when it comes to making my heart wishes, is that I have to be very specific. Okay, because you never know exactly how it will play out if you're not specific. Those details that you leave out, they can be filled in by the universe, and it can go either way, type of thing. So he's kind of he's not a good or a bad character. He's just Prismo, the Wishmaster. He exists in the center of the multiverse, which is a place that is shaped. It's basically shaped like a cube. Okay, and it has multiple openings into it. So when you go inside, there's different hallways and stuff like that. But it's basically all very there's no curves. It's very straight lines. Okay, and in the middle of the place that he lives, it's called the Time Room. That's going to come up later on. So Remember that. He lives in the time room. You find out later on in the show, because the show actually builds on itself. It has lore. And that's one of the things that I love the most. I love anything that has a history that builds on top of itself. Like, you know, in one episode, it will refer to something that if you haven't watched this other episode, you won't understand or get the joke or whatever it is. Okay. So Prismo lives in a time room, which is at the center of the multiverse. And then you later on find out that he's actually the manifestation of an old man's dream. And you actually get to see the old man who's dreaming him, and that's who he is. He's actually the manifestation of the old man's dream. He has multiple cosmic level friends, all of which whom you see in his time room parties that he has, and one of them is the cosmic owl is his friend, so it makes sense that me and David were, you know, related here and hang out together. He has another friend called the party god, which also grants wishes once you have his favor, though. Okay, he's basically a giant wolf head with a baseball cap on that hangs to the side, and he brings the party energy. Prismo is also friends with Death, and this character in Adventure Time, he rules over all the dead worlds, and he decides where the souls will go depending on how they've lived their life. Let's see, and then the last one is Gob, Grob, and Grod, which is a four-faced deity of Mars. They sacrifice themselves to save Mars from a comet, though. Okay, so to wrap all that part up and get on to the next transition into how this leads into the time room and the time room of the seven, basically, is what we're going to be talking about in a second. Because like I'm trying to say, like, I think that people are drawing from something. I think they're drawing from real information to make these stories for us. Okay, like the four-faced deity of Mars, he actually ruled Mars with a man called King Man. Like all the people on Mars were all just called this man or that man, you know, like just man was always their title. So King Man, who I guess abused the people, and so they turned him into a magic man and sent him to Earth to learn love, to learn how to appreciate. And he never actually did, and they ended up taking his magic away, and then he just turned into normal man. And then normal man actually ended up ruling Mars a lot better than that. So after at another point in time, my son Henry, children, the things that children say, you know, they're very important. You know, they don't have filters on themselves like we do. They don't think about, oh, well, you know, other things that I've learned say that this isn't possible. Okay, so you know, I've already talked about how my daughter has dreams too that are very significant and symbolic. Well, my son Henry, when he was very young, straight up would tell me, completely like serious, that he actually has more versions of himself. He said he called these versions of himself the seven. He said there were 7 versions of himself that exist in the void between universes, he told me. This again felt very Prismo like at the time, okay, because the way he described this planetoid spaceship that they work out of, him and his 7 versions of himself in between universes, the way he described it, I thought this is too real for a kid to be describing this much detail. This has to be someplace. It has to be something. And a couple days later, I actually ended up coming across a picture of almost exactly what he described, because that's another way that Spirit likes to give me my confirmations, is they'll just have me come up across a picture that describes the thing that I'm like, oh, I wish I had a picture of this to like really get my mind around it. And the picture happens to be the one I used for the thumbnail. So if you want to know what it is that he described, is exactly like the thumbnail right there. He told me that there were obelisks on the top of it, and that it all led into this room that was below it, and that in the center of this room, excuse me, in the center of this room was a map similar to the one that the Cosmic Owl has. It sounded like from his description, okay, where this map basically shows you any dimension, any universe that you need to know or look at or whatever, that you just activate it and touch the place you want to go, and it would project a portal on the wall that you could travel to it, he said. So I'm asking him, tell me, like, just tell me some more. Like, I don't even think I really probed him too much. I just said, tell me some more. He said the purpose that him and the Seven had was to track anomalies throughout the universes. And that the biggest anomaly that they ever came across, which was like the most mysterious one to them, took them a while to figure out what that anomaly was. And it turned out to be, he said, another version of himself. He said it turned out to be the most powerful version of himself because it was a Henry that was equal in light and dark. And I'm just like, okay, like, this is some heavy stuff that he's telling me. Let me see if there's anything more that I missed. Okay. So yeah, like all this stuff, it just really feels like I can connect the dots. You know what I'm saying? I can feel the energies of the things he's talking about and the Adventure Time stuff and the Adventure Time characters. And I can feel the bits of hidden truth that it's bringing to me about who I am, who my sons are, what we came to this planet for, what we do when we're not here, on Earth hanging out. Okay, they have hidden truths. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have hidden truths that most of us are just not capable of understanding yet. So basically, I just want you guys, to pick your characters. Have a good time figuring out who you are. Let me just see if there's anything else that I missed. Learn about who you are so you can share it with people because, your team, they can't find you if they don't know who you are. If you're not knowing yourself and sharing it with others, how is your crew, how are they going to find you basically? So, yep, that's what I have to say about the Adventure Time stuff. I decided I'm just going to start talking about things that really get me excited and make me happy. And nothing gets me more excited than characters and archetypes and symbolism in stories and in movies and what truth could be behind it. Oh, yeah, just give me a second. All right. We're going to switch into tarot time in a second here. Take a small drink. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it wasn't too spread out or chaotic for it to make sense, because it makes sense to me, but then I like getting it out, since that's kind of like the first time I've ever really shared all of that stuff in a row with people. I don't know. You guys let me know if it was all right. So I'm the Cosmic Owl from Adventure Time. But often I have two characters and things, because even as you grow, your character can change. Woo. Let's get ready. Get ready for a fortune cookie. I just really wanted to come here and have fun today, so I wasn't trying to get too heavy on you guys, but all right, here we go. I'm sure the singing was the best part, right, guys? All right. Was it this one? Are we doing this one? Again. Okay. One more time. Here we go. Fortune cookie. All right, and this one. Okay. Oh, it's a little broken already. That's all right. All right, guys. What message from the fortune cookie do we get this time? Oh! Dropped a piece of it. Hello, Chris. Nice to see you show up here. Okay. Okay, so the message we got is, now is a good time to expand your repertoire of skills and knowledge. Always. And isn't that basically what I was just preaching? Was just saying, like, know who you are. Know who you are. Now is the time to figure out, because knowing who you are can tell you what you can do. All right. I picked the Cosmic Owl. Okay. I picked the Cosmic Owl, and I literally ended up finding out that I'm a being that helps make dreams come true, whether that's through manifestation or whether that's just my own literal dreams that come true on a regular basis, So pay attention. Pay attention and learn yourself. Okay. right, so let's see. Like kind of reading what you guys are writing. All right. So we're getting ready for the tarot's time. I'm going to do one for the collective real quick, and then we're just going to go on to a couple people in the chat. Oh, nice to see you, Michelle Terry. Doctor Who, exactly. That's my Doctor Who. Doctor Who is definitely one of my most favorite, and I do plan on getting into some Doctor Who stuff at some point because there's just so much truth in Doctor Who. There's so much truth. There's literally, you know, quite a few episodes actually about how Doctor Who discovers that there are millions of reptilians that live under the ground that don't associate with humans at all because they're waiting for their turn to be on the surface or something like that. And yeah, it's a whole ordeal. But I'm like, you know, it's so much truth in this show. Time traveling. Paradoxes. Time paradoxes is one of my favorite ones. The episode called Listen with the 10th Doctor. Okay, so we're doing a reading for the collective. All right, guys. Pour your energy into this for me. Let's see what message does the collective need to hear. So this is for anyone watching now or in the future. Okay. All right. Here we go. What do we need to know? Oop. Oh, nice. You got the Ace of Cups. Okay, so the main energy for the collective is new beginnings. Could be a possible timeline shift. This has to do with love. This has to do with relationships. It has to do with emotions. Okay, the things that fill you up and bring you happiness and make your light shine. Okay, let's keep going on. What else do we need to know? We got the Knight of Rods. Okay, so the Knight of Rods is a character that is very much impulsive. They need something to chase after. Okay, that's the thing that motivates them. Something that, like, they're very passionate, so they can be very, you know, what the thing that they're inspired to, the goal that they have in front of them. It's almost like dangling a carrot in front of him. You have to keep that carrot dangling because that's what keeps him motivated and that's what keeps him going. You know, but if he doesn't have that, then sometimes it just makes it so he's just really not motivated at all. So just make sure that you keep that in mind when dealing with someone like that. That they need that. They need that motivation. They need that end goal thing that they want. Okay, let's see. Last thing. Once more. Well, I should show it with you guys, shouldn't I, when I do that? We got the Ten of Swords. So it's this is over. Something is ending. Okay, so there's been a timeline shift regarding the romantic relationship. Okay, this Knight of Rods character, it looks like he's even got his back turned toward, he's walking away, like some kind of betrayal had happened and it basically put an end to things. And so yeah, I'm trying to feel into that a little bit more. Could be an end to even, I'm getting the feeling like an end to something, some dynamic between this person even and yourself, maybe like it's something, some aspect of it had to come to an end in order for this new energy to come through and come forward. Like it has to in order for that to happen. Okay, so that's the energy for the collective. Okay, so however that relates to you. All right, good luck. All right, let's do a reading for someone specific. Let's do a reading for someone specific. Who wants a reading? Put your name in the chat. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, I see some people coming through now. Okay. Yes, Joanna, I will do yours now. We'll do yours first. We got Joanna, we got Michelle, we got April. Okay. That'll get me good started. Okay. Let's do Joanna first. Joanna. Okay, I can see your face. Hello. Okay, tell us what Joanna needs to know. Go ahead and cut those up. Doop, doop, doop. One second. There we go. Okay. Tuned in. What does she need to know? Okay. Got some stability coming through for you. Some good luck. This is another timeline shift opportunity. I always like the aces being that. It always feels like like taking the turn. You had a choice to make which way to go, and you took a turn, and it's changing for the better. And it has to do with, it could have to do with financial things. It could have to do with just grounding, instability, security, feeling, just feeling really grounded and like you have what you need fulfilled. It's also, I'm getting the feeling though, it also can be like slowly, something that slowly rolls through, like a snowball effect type of thing. Like a little snowball starts and then it keeps going. Hold on one sec though. Tell us more for Joanna. Tell us more. Okay, King of Swords. All right, so he showed up for the collective one last week. And the King of Swords is someone who could possibly be an air sign. I always mention that right off the bat. Someone who's good with the sword, someone who's good at speaking, good at communicating, even like he's matured. Okay, so he has that under his belt. He has experience under his belt. He also might be a little protected though. Okay, so definitely keep that in mind. Let's read a little bit more here though. Tell us one more thing. A little bit more when it comes to this. What does she need to know? Okay. Okay. Maybe taking a mindset right now where you're focusing on what you don't have, or that instead of what you do have. Because even though we got that stability, that timeline of stability rolling in for you, like that still doesn't mean that your perspective can't possibly be shifted and focused on the thing that you don't have, the thing that you lost, the hardships that you went through, the emotional pain that you suffered. But the thing about the Five of Cups is that those Two of Cups are right behind him. When I think of the Two of Cups, I think of a partnership. I think of a romantic partnership, a relationship, or an agreement of some sort. So this is something that it's still behind you. It's there. It's there. So don't try not to focus on what you've lost, basically, I think is what it's saying. So I hope that helps. Mm-hmm. Oh, let me just see. Yeah, he really has, hasn't he? He keeps showing up. Yeah, he really did. I do remember that last time. Oh, shoot. Okay. They didn't want to shuffle there. All right, who are we doing next? We're doing Michelle. Mm-hmm. Oh, nice to see you, Lions Guard. Wait, what did you say? Hold on, now I have to see what he said. Okay, hold on. Just dropping by to wish everyone a nice weekend. That's nice of you. He did some good work. I watched some of his oh gosh. Well, the main ones I was watching was on Marina Serene, but he had some good stuff on the Grammys and just uncovering the truth about things and sharing that with people. Can you do a reading about her so I can give your channel a shout out? Yeah, I could. You want me to pull a cards for you on Marina? Sure. I mean, I guess we could probably do something like that. But first, let's get to the other people real quick. Okay. So, Michelle. We're doing Michelle now. Mm-hmm. Okay. Got it. What does she need to know? Okay. We got the Page of Rods first. So the Page of Rods, he is an energy of someone who is just picking up could just be picking up a new skill, a new trait, a new hobby. Okay, I actually pulled this card for myself earlier today in a small reading I did. And to me, it always means delivering the message, traveling and delivering a message. But it also is someone who is just like picking up that rod for the first time. Okay, and they're about to use it, and they think they have it, but it's and they do have beginner's luck. That's the thing. The Page of Rods is someone who definitely has beginner's luck, but they might accidentally take on a little bit too much, okay, at first, and have a little bit of a stumble, so to speak. But let's see what else we need to know about the Page of Rods. Michelle. Okay, have faith. We got the Six of Swords. So this is a character who is on a journey. Okay, and at a certain point in this journey, he is crossing this river and he doesn't really know exactly how he's going to get to the other side. But he has all these thoughts and he has all his ideals with him, and the overall message is that he will make it to the other side. You just have to have faith. You don't know exactly how you're going to get there yet. Okay, let's keep going though. All right. We got the Queen of Swords. Okay. So the Queen of Swords is an energy of a woman who is very charming and charismatic. And just like with most swords energy, just like with the King of Swords, she's someone who's good at swinging that sword, which is her talking, her communications. She could be an air sign. Let's say, let me just fill it a little bit more. But that's also the other thing of like, just similar to the King of Swords, like that's the thing about the swords energies. For some reason, they're protective. She's protecting her heart with this sword. She like she doesn't want, and if we relate it to the other cards, it's like there's reason that she's feeling that way. Like she's just starting something new. She doesn't really know exactly where she's going or how she's going to get there and how it's going to happen and how she's going to handle herself. And once she becomes more comfortable with the fact that she will make it to the other side, she has that beginner's luck. She has that luck on her side. And if you have faith, like, you will conquer anything with your words. You'll be better at communicating what it is that you need to communicate. Because like I said at the beginning, the Page of Rods is someone to me that always says it's delivering a message. So how you are going to go take that message to someone is going to it's going to happen. You just have to have faith. It will come through. Let your guard down a little bit and it will be all right. Okay. And that's what I have to say about that one. I hope that helps. Okay. Hello there, Trevor. Hello, Matthew. Nice to see you around here, guys. Okay, let's see who was next. Who was next? April. April was next. Okay. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Love you too. Appreciate that. Oh man, my lips are dry. Ah, April. April. I'm going for April. Oh, it stopped. Okay, does that mean we're done shuffling? Or, you know, I have to do it one more time now that it did that. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, there we go. Ooh, okay. A lot coming through today. Whew! Woo! A lot coming through. Okay. April. I see you. Okay. April. All right. You got strength for the first card, which is a major arcana card. So this is definitely a stop sign in your life chart for me, saying that this is, you're absolutely where you're meant to be. What's meant to be happening is happening. You could be being tested, okay, right now. Like something is definitely taking you to your limit and is going to push you to your limit. Okay, because only through that pushing do you grow stronger. Really, you will have it, but it might feel like you're going to break at some point, but you won't. Strength card, you won't. It'll be all right. Let's see what else they have to say, right? April. Appreciate it all. Ooh, the Chariot. Got some heavy energy for you. There you go. So we got the Chariot. The Chariot is about making a decision with how you want to go forward in life, or with a particular subject or a person, dynamic. You know, it's about getting control of the two horses that drive the chariot. It's about you guiding where you want to go and being focused about it, because it can take you anywhere. Okay, like they're basically saying, like, you're in the driver's seat. You know, you pick where you want to go with it. It's all about making the decision. Okay? And maybe that's where the testing is coming from, where you need the strength. But let's see one more card. Let's see one more card. April. Tell us about this. Okay. You got 3 major arcana cards, so something big is happening for you. Okay, we got the Lover's card. Where do you want to go with this? Where do you want to go with this? This union. This could be a romantic relationship. Could be a relationship really of any kind, but it has to be very significant to be the Lovers. I feel like, you know, so something really important in your life is really testing you, really pushing you to your limit. You're not really sure what to even maybe focus on and how to go forward with it. But you have to make a choice and you have to make a decision, because the decision is yours on how you want to go forward, or where you want to drive to. Okay. And maybe it could even be about where the two of you are going together. You know, if you're trying to move, if you're trying to, make plans to go somewhere new, or to do something different, the two of you together doing something like different careers or anything like that. Like, you're the one that has the control here, and you're the one that needs to make the decision. Okay? So that's what I have to say for you. Hope that helps. Mm-hmm. Who is next? Are we gonna do one for Lion's Guard now? Yeah, Lion's Ground. Sorry, I said Lion. Okay, it doesn't. Oh, it's like no, we're not doing that. Look at that. Stop shuffling for me. Let me scroll up and see if there was anyone else. Are you still here, Lion's Guard? Or why do I keep Lion's Ground? Jesus. All right, you still here? Because I will do that. I'm going to pull that card if you really want me to. Let me scroll up and see where it was. There it is. Do a reading about her. Okay, so we're just going to do a reading about her. No, I don't mind. I don't mind at all. I think it's hilarious. I was just thinking of how it would relate, how I would ask the question in my mind, when I go to pull the cards. Let's see how Marina Serene is doing. Let's see. Okay, tapping into her energy. Okay, we're doing a reading on her. Ghosting. No pop outs. Get back down. Okay, here we go. Let's tell us about Marina Serene. Tell us about her. Okay, there we go. Feels good now. Feels ready. Oop. Okay, yeah. Got it. All right, tell us about Marina Serene. Okay, we got the King of Cups. Okay, so the King of Cups is an emotional man. Okay, he is someone who is a little bit on an island by himself, basically. He's very isolated. So I would say right off the bat that if this is speaking on her energy, that it's saying that she's definitely has isolated herself and is quite emotional about it. Like for me, this card actually looks like he's crying even a little bit. So let's keep going. Let's read some more. I like to always see the other cards that go with the court cards to really see what he's speaking on. Yes, really, tell us about her. Tell us about her. So she's been exposed. Okay, the light has been shown on some things about her that are not too flattering. See, because the thing is, this card can be a very successful card. Yes, it can say good things, but it also can say that you can get burned when it comes to the shadow side of it. Okay, so something has been exposed. All right. Like this could even be you, honestly. If we take it out of the context with her specifically energy, it could be even this is you. You brought this information to light, so to speak. And last one. Last one about this shit. Boop. Okay. So we got the last one we got is the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. So the Seven of Pentacles is it actually kind of speaks on to exactly what happened to her in regards to even the videos that you made on her, because it is someone who has to go and find the treasures. You got to find the information. All right. It's very much like an Indiana Jones kind of scavenger hunt type of thing. You have to go find those bits and pieces of things in order for it to come to full harvest. Basically, the seeds have been planted and now you're waiting for it to be completely blossom the rewards, so to speak. So if the rewards are exposing her and shining light on everything, okay, then that has happened and the seeds have been planted and it's coming around. Okay, because the other thing about the King of Cups is that if he is someone who is a little bit isolated and living as a man on an island, so to speak, if you're someone who's a YouTube creator, you know what I'm saying? Like where is it that you do your work? It's in that channel. It's in that space that you're making these things. And so you're using your heart, though, is what it's saying to me. You definitely are using your heart. And you just have a lot of things on your mind, a lot of good ideals in your mind. You got your sword next to you even. So when you need to use it, you can use it. But I really think that you were moved, in this case, by emotions, and probably by how absolutely outrageous the things that she says are, because I don't even know how she says some of the things she says. Like, it's like, don't people know that stuff is not the case? But everyone's full of all sorts of things. It's just like, how did someone get that much following and traction with all of the garbage that she says? It's just so funny, to think about. Like, man, guys, we need to stop doing that stuff. Anyway, so that's the reading I got for you in regards to Marina Serene. I hope you enjoyed that. Lion's Ground. Got it. There we go. It is time for the truth to be exposed about that stuff like that, for sure. Okay, so let's do another one. I think I'm gonna do, let's see, what time is it? I'm gonna do a couple more, and then I'm gonna head on out. Yeah. Oh, I love you, April. I'm glad this is uplifting. I just want to have fun. I want people to know who I am, so I can make real, meaningful connections. Okay. And that's the other thing, you guys. See, because I know a lot of people are like, like, you never meet these people online, and they shouldn't mean so much. Like, that's the downfall of social media, is that it can be a little bit fake, so to speak, But that's why I made sure to go out of my way to actually meet people that I was talking to online at these events that I go to, these conferences. So again, if you want to come meet me in person, you can go to journeytotruthcon.com. You can meet me in May in Grafton, Illinois, and we can have some fun together. You can meet the Soul Tribe. All right, who else wanted a reading? Who else? You absolutely have my permission to use that Lion's Ground. You absolutely do. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. I'm just gonna start picking people, guys. Okay. Because I don't see very many people that said it, but I know usually people want one. Yeah, no problem. You have a great weekend too. So I'm going to do a reading for Dennis. Dennis, I'm calling you out. We're doing a reading for you, Dennis. Oh, Geraldine, I forgot I saw your name at the beginning too. I absolutely will give you a reading. We'll do Dennis, and then we'll do Geraldine. And then I'll do one more, and then I'll head on out. We're having a nice time here tonight. So. Yay. I love you guys. All right, so Dennis. Oh, I tapped in your energy real quick. Hello, Dennis. Hello. Oh, sweetheart. Yeah, you definitely have a sweetheart. Okay. Dennis. Dennis. I can't control what comes out of the deck. All right, Dennis? Okay. Here we go. Oh my gosh, so much things coming up today. Okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yes. guys need to know? Tell us, guys. What does guys need to know? I knew this card was going to come up for some reason. We got the World card. Okay. The World is a giant mirror for you right now. This is a manifesting card. This is asking you to figure out think about what it is that you want to see in the world. You know, because most likely what you are thinking about, what you want, is going to come to you at much faster rates. Okay. Like much quicker. Like, it absolutely reminds me of the type of energy that I talk a lot about when it comes to like just saying things and then they happen, you know, like that type of thing. Pay attention to what call you're putting out, what heart call you're putting out, because those are going to draw the experiences that you want. So really the first place that you want to be able to, first place you have to be able to see what it is that you want is in your mind, in your heart. You have to feel it, what it is. If you just start imagining the outcome of the experience that you want, it's going to draw that experience to you. Okay, very powerful card. Let's get a little bit more on it though. Tell us more for Dennis. Tell us more for Dennis. Okay, stop trying to all jump out. Okay, so this looks like you leaving something. You're leaving something behind. Okay, it's possibly something you have a lot of emotions about. You know, it might not be, I mean, it's not the most happiest feeling card, but at the same time, there's nothing missing, you know, like because the thing about this picture here, okay, is that it looks like there's one of the cups missing, right? But it's actually not. All 8 cups are actually there. Okay, so let's see where you're headed though. Let's pull out another card. Okay. It seems to be coming in a weird combo today, guys. It's like we get 2 regular cards and then we get like a court card. And I'm like, okay. So here we got the King of Pentacles. So the thing about the King of Pentacles energy is that it's definitely someone who doesn't want to be the one to travel to people. He wants people to come to him. Okay, he wants to have his cozy environment, like a throne, almost kind of like how I have going here, you know. And he wants people. He likes when people come and ask him for help. He likes when he has something that he can give, because he's a generous person. He's very generous in giving, you know. But he can also be a little bit slow to act, though, a little hard-headed, a little stubborn. You know, but ultimately, I think what these 3 cards are saying together is that you should focus on what it is that you really want to create. Focus on what you want to do in the world. And don't feel like there's something that you're lacking behind you or that you're missing out on, because you're not. You still have those things. You still have what's important, and what matters to you is going to be there. All right. And the King of Pentacles is someone who is lucky. They're grounded. They're stable. So wherever you're taking yourself at, whatever place that you find and you plant yourself in, like that is the place where then the people will be able to come to you. Okay. It's just a matter of knowing where exactly that is. I just, you know, it just, this card to me especially just speaks big time to you're moving and going somewhere and traveling. So that's what I have to say for you, Dennis. Okay, I hope that helps. Overall, I think it was a very positive feeling I got about it. It's just a matter of you focusing what it is that you want. Okay, and trying not to let it get to you, the things that you have to leave behind. Because the most important things are already inside you. Oh, I'm glad. And you didn't even get a Tower card, so there you go. You're welcome. All right, Geraldine, you are next. We're doing Geraldine. I love you guys. I'm happy when the same people show up to my readings and my lives. You guys really do feel like family. Geraldine. Okay. Feel it? I feel it. Okay, so we have some kind of ending coming up for you. You know, don't be scared though by the death card, because honestly, some of the most beautiful experiences and times I've had in my life were when the death card rolled through, and it led to such a huge transformation of who I was, that I try to really impress that upon people when I pull the death card, is that this is really speaking to a process of transformation, and so something has to die in order for the new thing to be reborn, you know. But it could also quite literally mean an ending of something, or a death of someone or something. It could possibly be that, but usually for me, I feel like it means transformation aspect, some aspect of yourself, maybe old habits even, or things of that. Let's keep going. Things of that nature. Keep going. More on. Oh, we got a return of the King of Pentacles. Okay. So again, the King of Pentacles energy, which could be for you or someone in your life right now, and this could be speaking to something relationship changing, possibly with this King of Pentacles energy. It is someone who, I didn't say this in the last one, but it could even be someone who is a Taurus or who is an Earth sign, but they're very grounded. They stay in their place. They like to have the things brought to them. They have luxury. They have what they need. Usually they have the money that they need. Okay. But they really don't, they want people to come to them. They want people to, it kind of makes me almost feel like a lion energy too. I'm getting like a Leo energy from it actually too, which is like the pride, the pack, you know, like the male wants the females, they go hunting, right? And they bring him the stuff afterward. That type of energy. Let's keep going. Got one last card here. Help us pull this together. Where's Geraldine? There we go. I see. Okay. So we got the Five of Rods. Okay. So the Five of Rods is about, it could be about competition, or it could be about needing to be strategic in the actions that you take, involving making plans, even like everyone has their own part to play, and you know, they have to move in this coordinated way in order to get the thing to work, so to speak. Okay, so how are we going to pull all these together? Well, I'm going to say that, so this transformation is this death that's going to happen in regards to this King of Pentacles relationship. In order for this to all go over smoothly, it's going to take a team effort and coordinated effort to work these things out. But the actions need to be taken by multiple people in order for whatever this transformation or whatever this eventual new beginning is going to be. It's going to be a team effort. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I just saw, now that you're saying that you want to know about how, if it relates to your new house. Let me just pull a separate card for it. Let me just pull. Okay. Any moving parts at the moment. So yeah, I mean, I guess it could be speaking to if you are now leaving a home, which is kind of hard for you to do, or was hard for you to get out of because, being someone who maybe doesn't even really want to, but has to. Okay, and needing to work with someone in order to do that, that definitely vibes with it. But I just want to pull one specific card about the house hunting for you, since I was doing a generalized energy reading. Okay, let's ask. Tell us about Geraldine moving into a new home. Okay, I think it's going to happen. We got the Eight of Cups here, and the reason, I'll tell you why I think it's going to happen is because specifically even because we literally just got this card for Dennis. Okay, and I know Dennis is preparing to move as well. Okay, so the fact that they gave me this card when I asked this, to me says that it's definitely going to happen, and you're definitely going to have to leave something behind. But yeah, I can't. I'm not sure when that would be though, but it definitely is going to take some team effort to coordinate and get it done. Okay, but it's going to happen. You are going to be able to move. That's probably the death that needs to, the transformation that needs to happen, because really moving is a trauma. I really believe that. It's like everything comes out when you really have to stop and take inventory and look at everything that you have. Yeah. Okay. That's what that your reading says to me then. I feel like it was talking about the car, the death of the car. And it's going to take coordinated efforts, to get that going. And you had maybe the King of Pentacles is going to help you do it, because he's the one that would have the money. You have to take it to him, Oh yeah. Hello, Dono. We can absolutely give you a reading. Let me just make sure I didn't skip anyone real quick. Wait, hold on. Is the death also of current life? And that's true. You could definitely look at that. So many. That's why it's multi-layered. Absolutely. It's just so amazing all the beautiful patterns that can come out of just a simple reading like that. Totally agree with you. Oh, geez. Sun and Saturn opposition right at the moment. Yes. That's some tough energy. Okay, so we're going to do a reading for Dano. Well, thank you for the compliment. Appreciate you watching my channel. And if you haven't already, guys, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget that I'm going to be doing an interview on Monday, the 27th at 1 p.m. Eastern on the channel Flying Chariots The Rise. Okay, so we're doing a reading for Dano. Oh, hello, Greg. All right, I'll do a reading for you too, Greg. Of course. Okay. Okay, here we go. What do they need to know? Boop. We got the Three of Rods. Okay. Three of Rods is an energy of, it's a little bit of, it's waiting. You need to be patient. You need to wait, because it's someone who is waiting for an opportunity to come into their life. They're waiting for something to take action on. That's why it's the rods. Okay. So once that opportunity, and that's the thing, you have to stay focused on what it is you're waiting for, because when it starts to come, it's like It's like when you think of like a moving train, you know, you think of the old movies where people like run to get on that train, right? You know, that's kind of similar energy to what this Three of Rods is. It's saying, you know, you have to, when that train finally comes along, jump on it. Okay, let's keep going though. What else do we need to know? Tell us more about the Three of Rods. Tell us more about the Three of Rods. Okay, we got the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so the Nine of Pentacles is someone who is very comfortable. They definitely have their needs met materially. Okay, they could feel stable and grounded as far as the material plane goes, as far as physical and financial matters go. Even just having a home that has the things that they love in it. Okay, so they have all those things, but the question that I always make sure to ask myself when it comes to the Nine of Pentacles is, at what cost is this woman sitting in this little area? Okay, like at what cost do you have these things? Okay, so let's just keep going now. Okay, we got the Four of Rods. Okay, so it's kind of funny because both of these kind of speak to a home environment type of thing. The Nine of Pentacles is someone who is speaking about the wealth that they've accumulated in their house, in their home area, and how it makes them comfortable. And the Four of Rods is actually activities that you do in the house, actions that you have to do together with a person. Even it's like a coordinated effort type of energy that I get from it. And let's see how those three then relate together. Okay, so waiting for the opportunity maybe to do some things in the home, maybe bringing more luxury into the home. Even you could look at it that way. Let's see. Let me just tap into that just a little bit more. So yeah, if there's something that you're planning on, maybe I get the feeling like maybe even upgrading the home. Maybe there's just some new items or things that you're looking to get and that you're waiting for, that it will happen. And yeah, it's like it's a bit of a party time. So I hope that helps. If you're waiting for the right opportunity, it will come. Just be patient, and when it finally rises, jump. Okay. All right. So I get the feeling, I keep thinking of income tax return stuff too for some reason. Like maybe you're waiting to get money back so that way you can buy these certain things and do this certain stuff in the house. But anyway, that's what I have to say. I hope that helps. I hope that resonates. Okay. Greg, we're on to you. Okay. The last one, I think. Let me see. Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh, am I doing bad? I guess I need to make sure I let people ask the question before I start pulling the cards, because now I see you had an actual question too. You had an actual subject. I guess I should have been more patient. Here I am preaching patience as a virtue, and I'm not even just like, let's jump right in and just do an energetic reading. So what would that reading say for someone who their business is going to, yes, I would say that saying absolutely it's going to get better. Absolutely, because that's what I kept getting the feeling of, that it had to do with money. It had to do with material items and things like that. Oh, Greg. All right. Greg. You're reading for you, Greg. Oh, hello, Kelly. Oh, I'm so happy that you showed up. General for you. All right, Greg. Got it. Very nice here. Okay. Oh, I can hear my children in the background. They're going to have to wait in the middle of a reading thing, guys. All right. Just going to clear some of that. Okay, there it goes. Okay, got it. All right, Greg. Last shuffle. All right, there we go. I see your face. Okay. Hello. Yes. That's good. All right. We got the Hierophant. I actually like this guy. I got him earlier today too. And the thing with the Hierophant is he's got the keys. You know, he's got the keys. Okay, so it definitely says to me that the energy of this guy is basically he wants you to do what's for the highest good. He really wants you to do what's for the greatest and highest good. That's why he's like pointing above his head right there. He's someone who his energy is helpful, okay, in having the doors open for you, but he's not going to tell you which door to walk through, okay? And for me, I always get the feeling of like if you start making the wrong choices, let's say you start going down the wrong path, okay, and that's not for your highest good, well, then the opportunities that you are experiencing on that path will just start to dry up and they'll just go away until you figure out which door it is that you're really supposed to be going down. That's for the greatest good. Okay, let's keep going now. Okay, tell us more. Okay, so they're asking you to take an inward journey right now with the Hermit. Okay, this is about that inner spiritual journey to know yourself and to maybe even to be figuring out which path it is that is in alignment for you, for your highest good. As the Hierophant is the one who's really, giving you his command to make that choice. Okay. Thing is that he can be, he can be a little bit strict. I get the feeling that's the energy of it can be a little bit. Okay, so they want you to take that inner spiritual journey of self-discovery. Let's do one more card here, though. Both of these are major arcana cards, so the King of Cups. So you need to do an inner work journey on your heart. For me, this speaks to your emotions and your heart, to really know what it is that you have in there in that cup. Okay. This is definitely someone who is more mature emotionally, but they, but who do you share that with? You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting the feeling like who can you share those emotions with? Here you are, you have these things, you have this cup, who can you share your ideals with? Maybe that's part of the inner journey there that you need to take, that the Hierophant is really driving you to really go inside yourself and see what is the highest good of your emotional aspect, the emotional side of you. Putting the sword down, like in one aspect, they remind me that, the King of Cups has his sword, but in this particular case, they're reminding me that he has his sword down. So it's about meditating. You're going to want to meditate. So I feel like there needs to be another card on that stuff, though. I just want to, for some reason, pull one more card. I'm just going to pull one more card on there. Greg. Could help, could hurt. It's helping. Okay, so we got the last card we got for you is the Seven of Pentacles. So again, the inner journey really is like the seeds have been planted. Okay, and you're just waiting for the crops to ripen. It's about, also, like I mentioned earlier, it's about going out and finding those, like a scavenger hunt, and finding those bits and pieces about who you are, and what is really you, like what's solidly you. It kind of goes in alignment with what I was even speaking on today about paying attention to what is your favorite things, what stands out to you to help you know about yourself. Okay, so that's what I have to say. I hope that helps. Yes. All right. All right, let's see. All right, it has been a while. Oh, Joanna, you leaving? You just saw someone say good night, Joanna. Thank you. Oh, good night, Joanna. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you saw this. I hope you're not gone yet for me to say that. So, all right. Since you caught me live for the first time, Miss Kelly, I am. Yes, Greg. That feels absolutely right on. Sorry, Kelly. Hold on. Yes, that feels right on. I really like that. That my heart like saying like got happy when I read what you wrote. All right, last one, because I can feel my energy totally, almost completely drained. But since you are finally making it live here, excuse me, I just stretched some. I'm going to do one more reading for you, Kelly. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to take off. I didn't have a lot of fun here, though, but I can definitely feel my energy being like, okay, you've done this for longer than used to. I've definitely noticed that my body is very, very sensitive when it gets into a pattern and a routine of something. If I try to change that routine even a little bit, it like notices. It notices the slightest shift. Like I like to do my live streams like a week apart. Okay, but I had been doing them on Thursdays. I usually like to do them on Thursdays, but last week I did it on Friday. So this week my body was like, Thursday, it's not time for your live stream. It's not been a week. You're supposed to do it on Friday, and I'm like, so like things like that, really, it's hard to change, man. It's hard. I've been taking all this inventory lately for myself of, the things that need to be changed, patterns that I've created in my life that need to be undone. And man, it's not easy. Okay. Oh, no problem, Kelly. All right, let's do a small energy reading for Kelly. Just gonna read your general energy. Kelly Blair. Okay. Well, Kelly. Ooh, we got the Three of Cups. Okay, that's a party card. That's someone who's getting ready to go to a gathering, or meeting with friends, having a good time, maybe drinking, and enjoying yourself, having some good food to eat. It could be springtime too. It makes me think of springtime. Okay, more for Kelly. Tell us more. Okay, we got the Queen of Pentacles. All right, so this is someone who's very solid. They're stable. For me, again, it always says master manifester to me. It's someone who's manifesting something. She's got her eyes locked and focused on whatever it is that she's creating. Okay, and she's using her mind to create it. That's why she's got this little swift arrow thing right there, little feather there, wing. Okay, like she's using her mind. Her mind is fast. It's quick. And she's able to stay focused. She's definitely a solid figure, okay? So let's keep it going. One more card. Okay. And we got the Five of Rods. Okay, so I don't know if you're planning on going to an event or something like that, but this definitely speaks to being focused on manifesting something of that nature, and where it's like it's like a coordinated thing. It's everyone has their part. Okay, in order for it to go smoothly, everyone has to be in their certain place and move in their certain time. Okay, and yeah, as long as that happens, everyone has their own separate rod to be using, swinging, then it will be a good time. It's going to be, I don't know what's happening around you right now, but if you're planning on getting together with anyone, it's going to be a good time. You guys are going to have a good time. Okay, that's the overall feeling I get from it, and enjoy it. I hope that helps. Okay, I just got a weird feeling about something, like a show. This episode of Black Mirror called White Christmas. Like they're showing me like a party scene from it. Okay, so that is all I have for you today. Oh, Brayden, you came in at the last minute. Oh, you were listening. Okay. Okay, I appreciate that compliment. Thanks. Oh, I love you guys. I can't stop saying that. I had to go through a lot of purging earlier this week as I finished up my Meridians class with Matthew Mordian over at Remember Your Mission, formerly known as the Multidimensional School of Intuition. And, it's so funny because go to these classes and we do these clearings at the end of each one. And, last week I was like, it was going to be, we're doing the lung meridian and small intestine meridians last, and it was like clearing grief and stuff. And I thought to myself, like, this isn't going to affect me that much. Like, I'm good. I thought, but I should not say that to myself, because I already know from all the other weeks that every single time I'm feeling the effects of it for at least 2 to 3 days. So that is what actually absolutely happened. I ended up crying my eyes out for like 2-3 days straight. I found this series on Netflix, and I don't know if anyone else. I don't even know why I decided to watch this this show. I don't know. It looked pretty. Okay, is what it was. It was called Flower Crew. It was a Korean drama. And let me tell you something. These Koreans and the dramas that they come up with, they know how to make some powerful stuff. They know how to really, the actors and actresses, like the thing I noticed that's different about them is that they take longer pauses and breaks to really show the emotion that's going through the person. You can see it. Like they have these actors, they pull this emotion up inside of them, and you literally feel it with them. And I'm just like, all these beautiful scenes. Like there was sadness, and then there was happiness, and it was like, and I'm feeling grief and crying through all of it. And I'm just like, oh God. So I don't know if anyone that wants to watch it and come in and let me know what they thought of it. That would be so amazing, because I don't know how. I'm like, who else is going to have watched this? Some random Korean drama I just happened to come across. It was, I don't know. So anyway, yeah, that's what I spent my my week doing, going through it. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. I think I'm going to, if you want to reach me, if you want a larger reading than that, because like I said before, I do a much larger reading when it's a personalized reading, and it fills up all these different spots that we go through in your internal state, and we go through the energies that are around you and what's coming up in the future. And you can reach me if you're interested by email at auroradiamondheart@gmail.com. Oh, thank you, Chris. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of you guys coming and hanging out with me. It really means a lot. Yeah. And I guess on that note, I won't give you guys any more of my half-assed Moana song singing. I still can't believe I tried to. Anyway. I was like, am I really gonna tell them the song that was going through my head first thing this morning? I don't know. I was like, just do it. Just do it. You know all the words. Just do it. Okay. So I'm so glad that you all made it. Yes, and yeah, if you're looking to donate, please definitely. I could always use the help with, just taking care of things, the traveling I do, all the children I have. Absolutely appreciate anything anyone has to donate. Do not remix that, April. Okay, you could do it and then show me first, though, before you do anything with it. You're so silly. Time is weird today. It is. Yes. It's like it was gone in a blink of an eye. Yes, and there's my Venmo. I have Cash App and Venmo for anyone if you're looking to donate to the Blue Fairy. You can tell I'm getting a little bit more incoherent. So I've definitely burned the wick down to the bottom at this point. All right. I'm like, do I end it? I hate ending. I love I love being here, and I hate ending the stream. It's so hard for me. It's like so hard for me to wait to even click and go live, but then to shut it down is even harder. Oh, Fifi Jules, we just finished. Yeah, we just finished. Next time, lady. Next time. Oh, no. I'm so sorry you didn't get the notification. They didn't notify me the other day either when one of the live streams I always go to that I mod in. They didn't notify me. And I said the same exact thing. I was like, well, that was nice. That was nice of them not to notify me. Like, okay, I'm really going now. Good night, everyone. Good night. I can feel it now. Everyone say good night now. Wrapping the energy up. Bye-bye.